Good evening, all. Welcome to the session. So, let's discuss what are the topics which we have covered till now. So, on day one, we have seen like entering the very which is entering and editing text, entering and editing text. Then we have seen the basic functions. So, under basic functions, we have seen big five functions. Big five functions. Big five functions are, that sum, how to create sum, how to create average, how to create maximum, minimum, count, and how to see the count A, how to check, like use count A, product, product of two numbers, power, modulus. We have seen in basic functions. Okay, and then we have seen conditional formatting. We have seen conditional formatting. Using some conditions, we have formatted the data. Also, we have seen text functions. Using like what are the functions which can be used to manipulate the text. Which are the functions can be used to manipulate the text, and we have seen date and time function. We have seen date and time function. Okay, and also today we are going to see conditional function. Today we are going to see conditional function, list function. These are the topics we are going to cover today. We are going to see conditional function and list function. And also we have completed what is data validation and how to do that data validation. So we have seen what if analysis. We have seen what if analysis. These are the topics we have covered till now. And today we will be talking about the conditional function and list function. Today we will be talking about the conditional function and list function. Okay, so I'm just using this sheet. So before that, so in conditional function, we have two things. One is if, another one is ifs. So if there is only one condition, then we can use if statement. If there is only one condition, then we can use if condition, if statement. If there are multiple conditions, then we can go with if statement. Okay, so if there is only one condition, then we can go with if, and if there are multiple conditions, we can go with ifs. So we are going to see an example for if and ifs. And there is something known as nested if is also there. Nested if. So nested if is used if there are multiple conditions. Nested if is used if there are multiple conditions present. Okay, these are the statements. So first one is if statement. If there is only one condition, you can go with if statement. If there are multiple conditions, you should go with ifs. Okay, and nested if. Nested if means if within the if. If within the if. So if means one condition. If within the if means you can use multiple conditions, right? That's why we call nested if can be used when there are multiple condition is present. Okay, now let's see an example. Oh, I'm just deleting these things. So I'm saying that if job rating equal to 1, then I'm going to give the bonus is 1000. If the job rating is 1, then I'm going to give the bonus is 1000. That is what I'm saying. Like if there is only one condition is there, I have given if the job rating equal to 1, then bonus is 1000. I'm not going with more than one condition. So if there is only one condition, we can use if statement. If there is only one condition, we can use if statement. So equal to start if. So first, see, when I start writing the formula, it is asking for logical test. First, it is asking for logical test. So I'm saying if job rating equal to 1. I'm saying that if job rating equal to 1, comma, if this is true, what I have to give? If this is true, I need to give 1000. Okay. If it is false, I'm going to give 0. That is, if the job rating is not equal to 1, then I'm going to give 0. If job rating is equal to 1, then I'm going to give the bonus is 1000. These are the two things. If job rating equal to 1, then 1000, else 0, close the bracket, enter. Now just drag it. Keep your cursor here and drag. See, wherever the job rating is 1, I got the answer like this. Wherever the job rating is 1, I got the answer like this. Try to write this formula. Now, so here, if you see here, I have hard coded the number. I have hard coded as 1000. Now, instead of hard coding, I am going to refer a cell. Because if suddenly someone is saying, if the job rating is 1, I'm not going to give the bonus as 1000. Instead, I'm going to give as 500. So what you have to do, you have to edit this formula and again you have to click on this and drag it. So instead of every time changing that, I am going to refer a cell. I am going to refer a cell. So I'm going to refer this 1000. See, I have given everything separately. I have given everything in separate column. So instead of hard coding the number, I am referring this 1000. I'm referring the cell G. Sorry, I'm referring the column G. Okay, and you know the difference between relative reference and absolute reference. Okay, here I'm going to lock it. If you remember the concept of absolute reference, what it do, if you understand that, you will know why I am locking it. Okay, so I need to lock this G6. So for locking, what you have to do, click on G6, sorry, F4. If I want to lock it, click on F4. F4, enter. Enter. See, I'm getting the same value. Now, if you drag it, I got the answer. This is another way of writing this formula. So mostly you should not hard code the numbers. You should not hard code the numbers. Just go with referencing. Just go with referencing. Just try this formula. Okay, now I'm going to write nested if condition. Nested if. That is, if the job rating equal to 1, then I'm going to give the bonus as 1000. If it is 2, 2000. 3 means 3000, 4, 4000, 5, 5000. This is how I'm going to write the formula. So if there are multiple conditions, we can use two statements. One is nested if statement, another one is if statement. Okay, so first let's write the nested if. Nested if, I'm just deleting this and writing it again. If, open the bracket, first the logical test. Logical test. So I'm saying that if job rating equal to 5, then I'm going to refer the value. See here, value if true. If the job rating is equal to 5, it's true, then the bonus should be 5000. Lock it. Lock it, 5000. Comma. If it is false, if C2 is not equal to 5, if C2 is not equal to 5, then you create another if condition. Then you have to create another if condition. So if, again open the bracket. Again it is asking for logical test. So logical test, that is job rating equal to 4. Job rating equal to 4, comma, if this value is true. If this value is true, then give 4,000. Lock it. Lock it. If it is false, again open an if condition. Again open an if condition. I'm saying that if job rating equal to 3. If job rating equal to 3, and if this is true, I'm going to give the bonus as 3,000. Lock it. Lock it. Okay. Comma. Again, if it is false, that is, if C2 is not equal to 5, not equal to 4, and not equal to 3, then it must be equal to 2. So I'm saying that if, open the brackets, job rating equal to 2. Job rating equal to 2, comma, if this is also true, if this job rating is also true, then I'm going to give 2,000, lock it. Lock it. Okay. Again, if it is false, what you have to do? You have to open another if condition. That is, if, open the bracket. So, job rating equal to 1 means I'm going with 1,000. Again, lock it. Now, here you have to note one thing. You have to close the parenthesis as much you have opened. So here how much parenthesis you have opened? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 parentheses you have opened. So you have to close 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now you enter. See, I got 1,000. Now, if this formula to be applied in whole column means what you have to do, just keep your cursor here, double tap. See, I got the bonus value. For each job rating, I got the bonus value. Okay, so I will explain this formula again. See here, first I have started with if condition, the logic if condition, and I have opened the parenthesis. First, it is asking for the logical test. Okay, if the logical test is equal to 5, that is, if this is equal to 5, if it is true, then I have selected 5,000 by absolute reference. Absolute reference, if we lock it, then we call that as absolute reference. If we lock particular cell, then we call it as a absolute reference. So value, if it is true, then 5,000, comma. If it is false, what I have to do? If it is false, then I am going to open another if condition, okay, saying the logical test equal to 4. Now, if the logical test equal to 4 is true, then I have locked 4,000. 4,000. Okay, I have referenced it and I have locked this 4,000. Again, I have opened another if condition. Since like if C2 is equal to 4 is false. If C2 equal to 4 is false, then I have opened another if condition. C2 equal to 3. The same procedure is followed till C2 equal to 1. Now you have to close the parenthesis as much you have opened. Okay, you have to close the parenthesis as much you have opened. So here I have opened 5 parentheses. So that's why I have closed 5 parentheses, enter. Now keep your cursor here. Just do double tap or click and drag. Okay. Try this, try writing this formula. Okay. Now, so for if condition, the multiple like nested if. Nested if, this is nested if. If within the if within if statement. So we have completed. So for if we want to write a multiple condition, you can use nested if. Okay, if I want to write a multiple condition, you can use nested if. Now, also there is something if statement is there. There is something if statement is there, which is also used to write a multiple condition. which is also used to write a multiple condition, we are going to write now. Okay, so just keep your cursor here, Control Shift down arrow, delete it. And now I am going to use ifs condition. Ifs, open the bracket. First, it is asking for logical test 1. So I'm saying that the job rating equal to 5. If this is true, then 5,000. Lock it, comma. It is asking for logical test 2. If you remember, previously while writing if condition, it didn't ask anything as a logical test 1, logical test 2. It didn't ask like that, just logical test. That's it. Means there you can write only one condition, not more than that. Okay, so here, since we can write multiple condition, we are using logical test 1, logical test 2, like that. Okay, now logical test 2. So job rating equal to 4, then 4,000. Lock it, comma. Again, I'm saying that if job rating equal to 3, then 3,000. Lock it, comma. Job rating equal to 2 means I'm saying 2,000. Again, you have to lock it, comma. If job rating equal to 1, then 1,000. Lock it. So close the bracket. This is if statement. If you click on enter, see I got the answer. Now double click so that you can get the value. Just try to write this formula. Okay. Now just you enter. Okay. This is if condition, nested if condition, ifs condition. Now let's see another one thing. So in if I want to find the sum if. So in sum ifs is there, average ifs is there, average ifs, max ifs is there, min ifs, count ifs. So as I said before, we can use if there is only one condition. We can use ifs if there are multiple conditions. Suppose I am saying that I need the sum of actual sales in the state California. If the question is like this, suppose if someone is asking the question like this, so since there is only one condition and it is asked for sum, since there is only one condition and it is asked for sum, so you can go with sum if, because there is only one condition, right? So you can go with if statement. Suppose my question is like this, I need the sum of actual sales in state California in the year 2013. So there are multiple conditions, 2 conditions are there. So here what I have to do, sum ifs should give sum ifs. Okay, so if I need the sum of actual state is sales in state California, then you have to go with sum if. If sum of actual sales in state California in year 2013, then you can go with sum ifs. Okay, like same base, you can go for average, max, min, count. Okay, so I hope you understand what is the difference between sum if and sum ifs. Sum if means if there is only one condition. If I need to focus on only one condition, you can go with sum if. If there are multiple conditions present, then you have to go with sum ifs. Okay, this is the difference between two. Now we are going to write the formula for, first let's see, we can write the formula for sum if. So you can use sum if only if I need to find the sum for one condition. Only if I need to find the sum for one condition, you can use sum, sum if. Okay, so equal to sum if, open the bracket. First it is asking for range. So I'm saying that I need the sum of actual sales in state California. I'm saying that I need the sum of actual sales in state California. So our range is going to be the state. Okay, because my requirement is I need to find the sum of actual sales in state California. So the range is state. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to select the state. So keep your cursor in A2. Keep your cursor in A2. Click Control Shift down arrow. Click Control Shift down arrow. So it gets selected. Comma. Now it is asking for criteria. Criteria in the sense, in which state you need to see the sum. In which state you need to see the sum. I need to see the sum in California. So as I said before, either you can hard code it or else you can refer it. So I prefer to refer. So I'm just clicking on I2. I2 lock it. I2 and lock it. Comma. Now it is asking for sum range. So what is my requirement? I need the actual sales, sum of actual sales in state California. So what is the sum range going to be? Actual sales. So keep your cursor in E2, Control Shift down arrow. Control Shift down arrow, close the bracket, enter. So this is the sum of actual sales in state California. This is the sum of actual sales in state California. Suppose if I want to see for another state named Colorado. Colorado. See, automatically it is changing. Automatically once you give that, it is changed. Okay, so this is sum if. Just try to write the formula for sum if. Try to write the formula for sum if. Nothing, just go through this formula. It guides you. It guides you how to proceed. So range means, talks about categorical range. That is condition range. So our condition is I need to see for state. Criteria means which state. So I need to see California or Colorado, whatever. And next it is asking for the numerical range. I need to see the sum of actual sales. I need to see the sum of actual sales. So this is sum if. Sum if. Just try to write this formula. Okay, next we are going to see sum ifs. Sum ifs. So when we will use ifs, if there are multiple conditions. So I'm saying that I need to find the sum of actual sales. Okay, I need to find the sum of actual sales in the year 2013, state California or Colorado. Okay, I'm saying that I need to find the sum of actual sales in state Colorado in the year 2013. So there are multiple conditions present. So I'm just writing sum ifs. Okay, start with sum ifs. Open the bracket. First it is asking for sum range. First it is you can find the difference between sum if formula and sum ifs formula. So in sum ifs formula, sum if formula, first it asks for range, but in sum ifs First, it is asking for the numerical range. So I need the sum of actual sales in state Colorado in the year 2013, right? So first, sum range means I need to see the range of actual sales. I need to see the range of actual sales. So select E2, click Control Shift down arrow. Click Control Shift down arrow, comma. First, it is asking for criteria range 1. So what are the criteria I have told about the state and year. So I'm considering the criteria 1 as state. So I'm just selecting the range. Keep your cursor in A2, Control Shift down arrow, comma. What is the criteria? From the criteria range 1, what is the criteria? From the criteria range 1, what is the criteria? I'm saying that Colorado is the criteria and lock it. That is I2 is the criteria and lock it. Okay, comma. Now criteria range 2. So what is the criteria range 2? Year. Year range is the criteria range 2. So I'm just keeping the cursor here. Control Shift down arrow. Control Shift down arrow, comma. Criteria 2. So what is the criteria 2? 2013. I3 lock it. Is the criteria 2. Close the bracket, enter. See, so sum of actual sales in state Colorado in the year 2013 is this one. The sum of sales in state Colorado in year 2013 in the year 2013 is this one. Okay, so just try to write this formula. Okay, next we are going to see average. Average is the same. So if I need to find the average of the actual sales in the year 2013, state Colorado. If I want to find the average, okay, average of actual sales in state Colorado in the year 2013, how to write the formula we are going to see. So start with equal to average ifs. So double tap so that it will be there. First, it is asking for average range. So we can find the average range only in numerical column. We know that. And in my requirement, I'm having only the actual sales as a numerical column. So keep your cursor here. Control Shift down arrow. Control Shift down arrow, comma. First, it is asking for criteria range 1. First, it is asking, first we have to give the criteria range 1. So as I said before, average of actual sales in the year 2013 in state Colorado is my requirement. I'm going to consider the criteria range 1 as state. So I'm just selecting Control Shift down arrow. Select this, comma. Now it is asking for criteria 1. So my criteria 1 is Colorado. Colorado, lock it. Colorado, lock it, comma, criteria range 2. So here I'm selecting the year, Control Shift down arrow and comma, the criteria is going to be year. Lock it, close the bracket, enter. So this is the average of actual sales, state Colorado in the year 2013. Let's try to write this formula. Okay, next average if is done. Next we are going to see maximum ifs. Same, the formula range is going to be same. I need to find the maximum value in the actual sales in state Colorado year 2013. Okay, so max is open the bracket, first max range. So actual sales is the max range. Keep your cursor here. Control shift down arrow. Control shift down arrow, comma. First criteria, range 1. So state is my criteria range. So I'm just selecting this. I'm just selecting, comma. What is the criteria? Colorado is the criteria. Lock it. Colorado is the criteria and lock it. Comma. Criteria range 2. Here is the criteria range 2. Keep your cursor and control shift down arrow, comma, year. This is the criteria. Then lock it, close the bracket, enter. So this is the maximum value. That is maximum, see, maximum actual sales in the state Colorado in the year 2013. Just try to write the formula. Okay. Next, we are going to see min if. Min ifs. Okay. Equal to min ifs. Open the bracket. First minimum range is same. Select the actual sales range, comma, criteria range 1. That is state. Criteria range 1, comma, Colorado, comma, criteria range 2 is year, comma, 2013, lock it. Don't forget to lock it. Okay, and close the bracket, enter the same formula. So here 4426 is the minimum value in the actual sales in year 2013 state Colorado. Try this. Likewise, you can write for count ifs also. Count ifs. So we know that if you want to write a formula, we should start with equal to simple count ifs. Open the bracket. So here in count if, we are going to see only criterias, no aggregations. So I am saying that I need the count of the state Colorado in the year 2013. Okay, so I'm just selecting the state range and comma, this is the criteria 1, lock it, comma, I'm saying that in the year, comma, lock it. So that is in the year 2013, the count of the state. Close the bracket. So there are four Colorados are there in the year 2013. This is count ifs. Try to write this. Okay. So we have seen if condition, if statement, nested ifs. So if is used if there is only one condition. Ifs is used if there are multiple condition. Nested if is also used if there are multiple condition. Then we have sum ifs, average ifs, max ifs, min ifs, count ifs. You can see average if also, max if also is there. Okay. But so we will use sum if there is only one condition. If I want to find the sum of, suppose, if I need to find the sum of actual sales in the year 2013, means you can go with sum if. That is, we are having only one condition. We are having only one condition, so we are going with sum if. So if we are having multiple conditions, that is, if I need to find the sum of actual sales in the year 2013, state Colorado. The year 2013, state Colorado, we can go with some ifs. And same average if means if I want to find the average of actual sales in state Colorado, the year 2013. Max ifs, the same concept. So this is the purpose of ifs and nested if. I hope you understand this. Then we are going to see if or if and. We are going to see if or if and. So first I'll tell you what is or and what is and. Okay. So or means we will have two conditions. Okay. We'll have two conditions. If both the conditions are true, then the answer will be true. Okay. If one of the condition if false means also it will be true only. It is true false, the output is going to be true. Again, false true means also the output is going to be true. If both are false, only then it goes to false. It gives false. So if both the condition are true, then my output is true. If one condition is false, means my output is going to be true. And here also the same thing. If true false means true, false true means true. If both are false, then false. Okay, this is R. And if you see and if both are true, the output is true. If one condition is false means also the output is false. Okay, the same thing is this. And if both are false, the output is false. Okay, so this is or and. So if in or statement, if both the condition, first condition, second condition. So if both the condition are true, then my output is true. And if first condition is true and if second condition is false, then the output is true. And the same, if first condition is false and second condition is true, the output is true. If both the condition are false, then output is false. Whereas in and statement, if both the condition is true. If any one of the condition is false, then it is false. Both are false. This is or and. Now we are going to see if or and if and. Okay. So I'm saying that a salesperson need to exceed either sales goal or accounts goal to earn commission. Sales goal or accounts goal to earn commission. A salesperson need to exceed either this condition should be true or this condition should be true to earn commission. If one false means also he will earn commission. If the account goal, he didn't reach the account goal means also he earns the commission. Okay, so we are going to check that. That is, if the total sales is greater than the sales goal or the accounts greater than accounts goal. If the total sales is greater than sales goal or accounts is greater than accounts goal, then he will earn the commission. I hope you understand. If so, the total sales is greater than sales goal or account goal should be is greater than sales goal. Sorry, account goal is, I'll tell you again. If total sales is greater than sales goal and accounts is greater than accounts goal, then he is eligible to earn commission. Okay, so we are going to write the formula if statement or. Okay, so let's write the formula now. Equal to, I'm starting with if. Open the bracket. So we know that if we start the if condition, first it asks for the logical test. First it asks for the logical test. So here our logical test is R. Okay, logical test is R. Once you give R, see, I got the formula for R. So first it is asking for logic 1. What is the logic 1? Total sales should be greater than sales goal. This is the first logic. Total sale should be greater than sales goal, and I am going to log this sales goal. I'm going to log this sales goal, comma. Next one is accounts. Accounts is greater than account goal. Account goal, lock it. Accounts is greater than account goal, lock it. That's it. This is the OR condition close. Now we are resuming the if condition. So logic test is done. Our logic test is OR statement. Logic test is OR statement. Now if this is true, if this logic statement is true, then he will earn a commission. That is total sales into commission percentage. He earns a commission, right? So if this is true, if this OR condition is true, then this particular person earns a commission. That's why total sales into commission. If it is false, he won't earn a commission, 0, close the bracket, enter. See? So this first person, John, his total sales exceeds and also the accounts also exceed. For Morgan, the total sales is exceed, accounts also got exceed. And if you see Kumar, total sales and accounts got exceed. Akhil, the total sales is greater, but the account goal is less. But since this is the OR condition, he earns a commission. Okay, this is how we can find. Now, if you double click, see, I got the answer. But if you see Priya, she didn't reach the sales goal and accounts goal. That's why you are getting 0. Okay, this is how you can write this formula. Just try to write this formula. Okay, now we are going to see bonus. When a person receives a bonus, if the salesperson exceed both sales goal and accounts goal, then only then he will earn a bonus. Okay, when the salesperson exceed both sales goal and account goal, only then he will get the bonus. So we are going to write the formula using AND. So equal to if. Open the bracket. The logical test is AND. Okay. First it is asking for logic 1. So total sales greater than sales goal. Total sales greater than sales goal. Lock it. Comma. Accounts greater than account goal. Lock it. Okay. And if this condition is true, then this person earn bonus. Then this person earn a bonus. So total sales into bonus percentage 1.50. Lock it. If this is false, 0. Okay. Close the bracket, end. So I got the answer. Now if you drop it, see why I'm getting 0 for everything. Why I'm getting 0 for everything? Because if you see here, here he is not exceeded, he hasn't exceeded the total sales. Also accounts, accounts he have exceeded, but total sales he haven't exceeded. Since this is an add and function, if one is false means also totally it's false. Correct? And if you see here, total sales is okay. But what about the accounts? Accounts is very less. It's not exceed. Okay. Here also Since this is an AND statement, this is false. Okay, so this is if and. If and. So try to write this formula. Okay, next we are going to see another one example. If not, so here it is going to give me a true or false. The answer is going to be in Boolean format. Okay, here the answer is going to be in Boolean format, that is true or false. So I'm saying that I'm asking if value 1, I'm saying that if value 1 greater than 0 and value 2 is less than 100. So I'm asking whether value is greater, the value 1 is greater than 0 and value 2 is less than 100. Okay, if this condition is, if both are true, my answer is going to be true. Okay, and the second one, see here, second one, I'm saying that whether, I'm asking whether the value 1 is greater, is equal to red, whether the value 1 is equal to red and value 2 is equal to green. This is what I'm asking. If this both the condition are true, then it gives me true. Next, I'm saying that value 1 is greater than 0 or value 2 is less than 50. If either one of this condition is true means also it is going to be true. Okay, this is how I'm going to write the formula now. This is how I'm going to write the formula. Okay, so let's start writing. I'm saying that equal to and open the brackets. If value 1 is greater than 0, comma, value 2 is less than 100, what it is going to give, true or false? We are going to check. See, it's giving me, that is, it is saying that both the conditions are true. Both the condition are true. That's why I got this answer. Okay. And next, equal to, I'm starting with and. I'm saying that value 1 is equal to red. Is it true? I'm asking, is it true? And I'm saying that value 2 equal to green. Value 2 equal to green. So, see, I'm getting false because the value 1 is actually blue, but I have given red. So, first try to write these two formulas. Try to write these two formulas. And this one. Try to complete these two formulas. Okay, now next one. Here I'm going to use or I'm saying that value 1 is greater than 0, comma, value 2 is less than 50. So I'm asking if both the condition are true. Value 1 is greater than 0, value 2 is less than 50. Enter. See, I'm getting true because both the condition are true. Let's try to write. Next one. So here I'm starting with or I'm saying that if value 1 equal to red, comma, value 2 equal to green. Since this is our statement, if either of this is true means also true. So I'm going to get true because value 2 is green only. Value 2 is green. So we will automatically will get true. Okay. So try to write. Okay. Next, not function. So here I'm saying not value 1 is greater than 60. I'm saying that value 1 is not equal to 60, not greater than 60. So it got false because it is greater than 60. The same ways you can write for this one also. Not this is equal to red. It's true. So try to write this all the thing. Okay, this is conditional function. This is all about the conditional function. So first what we have seen, if statement, nested if, and ifs. So if there are only one condition, we'll use the if statement. If there are multiple condition, we can use nested if and ifs. So nested if means if within if. If within if. This is what nested if. Again, we have seen sum ifs, averages, max ifs, min ifs, and count ifs. So sum if means if I want to find the sum of actual sales in one state, or like California, the state name California, we can use sum if. So if I want to find the actual sales of state California in year 2013. That is, we are having two conditions, state California and year 2013. So since there are two conditions, we have used sum ifs. That way we can use average ifs, max ifs, min ifs, count ifs. So average ifs means average of actual sales in state California year 2013. Max ifs means maximum value, maximum of actual sales in state California year 2013. Min ifs means the minimum actual sales in state California year 2013. So like that. And we have seen if or if and. So in or statement, if both are true, you will get true. If one is true, another one false means also you will get true. Both are false, you will get false. This is or. And means if both are true. If one is true means another one false means also it will give you the answer as false. And if both are false, the answer is false. Okay, this is and statement. And we can write if or if and. Also we have seen not. Okay, and this will give a true or false statement. So this is conditional statement. So just go through this conditional statement. Next we will be looking into list function. Okay, list function. Just go through this conditional functions. Okay, then we are going to see list function. So list function, the functionality of list function is same as sum if, average if, everything. Okay, the functionality is same, but the way of writing formula is different. That's it. The functionality of list function is otherwise known as database function. List function is otherwise known as database function. Okay. So the functionality of list function, which is also known as database function, is same as sum if, average if, everything. Okay, but the way of writing the formula is different. So for writing the list function, first what you have to do, just copy and paste somewhere the column names. Just copy and paste the column name somewhere. Okay, like this, paste it. And year also, you can take the year. And I'm taking the actual sales, also the difference. Taking the actual sales, also the difference. So first copy this and paste like this. Copy and paste like this. Copy and paste like this. Now I will tell you the concept. Okay. So if I have given, I need to see the person, the client or someone is asking, I need to see the sum of actual sales in state California. Means what it do, it filters. It looks only into the state California. But it looks all the product type. See, because in product type, I haven't given any condition. So it won't filter any of the product type. Only in state California, it filters. Okay, so it focus in the state California, all product type, both year 2013 and 2012, and difference. It can be any difference. So this is how it focus. Now I'm saying that state California in year 2012. State California in year 2012. Okay. So California, it focus on California. It looks into all product type, but only in the year 2012, it looks into all difference. This is how the database function, that is the list function, works. This is how the database function, the list function, work. Okay, so let's write the formula now. So I'm saying I need dsum. That is database function, sum I need to find. So I'm starting with dsum, open the bracket. First it is asking me for database. So previously in sum ifs, I have selected in the form of range. But here I'm going to select this whole table. I'm going to select the whole table. Starting from A1, I'm going to select. So Control Shift right arrow, down arrow. Control Shift right arrow, down arrow. Comma. In which field I need to take the sum? I'm saying that I need to take the sum in actual sales. Comma, criteria. Which criteria I need to look into? I need to look into whatever values I'm giving in this places, like sixth row. So I'm selecting from here to sixth row. Why I have selected the blank row? Because there only I'm going to give the condition. If it is California, if it is Colorado, if it is the year 2013, everything I'm going to give in this particular place. That's why I've selected this empty column. Now close the bracket, enter. Now I got a sum, but I haven't given any condition. But I got the sum. Means it has calculated the whole actual sales. It has calculated the sum of the whole actual sales. Okay, that is how I got this. Now you can give, if I'm saying I need to see only for California. Spelling mistake. Or else, let's say product type, saying that the product type is T. See? So now it is focusing on all state, but only the product type T. It is focusing on all state, but the product type only is T. Okay, this is how it works. If I give 2012, it looks into the T, product type T in the year 2012. Okay, so just try to write the sum formula. I think I haven't selected this. Okay, oh, fine. Okay. So now you try to write this formula. Okay, next we are going to see average. Average. So D average equal to the same D average. Okay. Now open the bracket. First it is asking me the database. What you have to do, keep your cursor in A1, Control Shift right arrow, down arrow. Control Shift right arrow, down arrow. Comma, the field. What is the field name here? Actual sales is the field name. And I'm going to select the criteria. So I will write this formula. I'm writing this formula here. D average equal to D average. In the bracket, first it is asking for database. First it is asking for database. So keep your cursor in A1, Control Shift right arrow, down arrow. Control Shift right arrow, down arrow. Comma, field. Field is actual sales. Actual sales is the field. Field. Now criteria. Criteria, I'm saying that this one is the criteria. Close the bracket, enter. So now I got the of average of actual sales in product type T and year 2012. Okay, in product type T and year 2012. Again, the same. Okay, try writing this average. Okay, now we are going to see max, D max. So D max, open the bracket, the same. First select the database and I'm just focusing on, you can focus on targets. So essentially let's go with target sales. Target sales, comma, the criteria. This is the criteria. Close the bracket, enter. So this is the one. Just try to write this formula. And if possible, write for minimum also. Minimum and count. If possible, you try for minimum and maximum. So let's write. First complete this maximum D max. We will write for D minimum. Now let's see for D minimum. D minimum. So equal to D minimum for save the database. Select the database. Okay, select the database, comma, the field is actual sales, comma, the criteria is this one. Now close the bracket, enter. So this is the minimum value in product type T, year 2012. Let's try to write this formula. Now the same we can see for count. So D count, we are going to see for count, D count, but the brackets, the same, the database. To select the database, comma, field. So what is the field I need to look into? Actual sales. Actual sales, comma, I'm going to select this as a criteria. Right? This is a criteria. Close the bracket. Enter. So there are 6 sales in product type T, year 2012. Product type T, year 2012. Okay, try this D count also. Okay, next, see here, every time when it asks for a database, see, once I open the bracket, I'm having a database, right? So every time it is asking for database. So instead of selecting the database every time, we can create a table and we can name a table. Instead of this database, we can give the table name. Okay, instead of this database, we can give the table name. This is the next we are going to see. So the same formula, the same format we are going to write, but instead of database, we are going to give the table name. That's it. So yesterday we have seen how to convert this into a table. Yesterday we have seen how to convert this into a table. So keep your cursor anywhere. Click on Control plus A first and then click on Control plus T. Enter. First do this, click on Control plus A and Control plus T and click on OK. Okay, so you will get a table. Now I am going to rename this table as product info. Like this I am renaming. Just do this everyone first. Just do this. Rename this table. Okay. Now convert to range. Click on convert to range. Now let's write the formula. So first dsum. Let's write dsum equal to equal to start with the sum. So instead of database, I am going to give the table name. Product. So before that, so keep it as table itself. Sorry, keep it as table itself. I'm not going to convert into normal range. Let it be table, and I'm going to write okay, product. I'm just writing product one. I'm just writing product. I have named this table as product one. Now I'm going to write the formula for database function, sum database function. So D sum, open the bracket. First it is asking for the database. So instead of database, instead of selecting this, I have to give the table name. Instead of selecting this, I have to give the table name. So table name is product 1 is the table name. And once you give this, open a square bracket, click on all and close the square bracket. That's it. So first you have to give the table name, open a square bracket and give all. Now give the field, whatever field you need. Actual sales. So I'm just copying this. Actual sales. Now the criteria. So what is the criteria? This is the criteria. Like this, you have to select. Now close the bracket, enter. So I got the answer. Now like this, we can go for, so first write this formula. Then let's move to average. Okay, next we are going to write for average. Average. Okay, equal to D average. D average. So the same, the table name product one, and all. Just double click. See here, if I'm ready, I have started this product. So I'm getting like this. See a table format, product one is there, right? Just do double click and open a square bracket. Here, double click the all, close the square bracket, comma. Next, it is asking for the field. I'm saying that actual sales. Actual sales is the field, comma, and this is the criteria. This is the criteria. Close the bracket, enter. So I got the average. So just try to write this average. Okay, then we are going to see max. So equal to D max, open the bracket. So instead of database, the table I have to give. So product one, all, close the bracket, comma, the field is actual sales and the criteria. Just select this criteria. The bracket, enter. I got the answer. Like this, can you please try for minimum and count? I give you 2 minutes time. Just try for minimum and count. So once you're done with some average max, just write the minimum and count. So let's write for minimum also. I'll tell you minimum equal to D minimum. Open the bracket. So product, double click and all. Just Q all, close it, comma. The field is actual sales. Sales, comma. This is the criteria. Close the bracket, enter. So I got the answer. And now the same for count. So equal to the count, open the bracket. So database means product, the table name, the square bracket, give all, comma. What is the field name? Actual sales is the field name, comma, criteria. Close the bracket. So I got the answer. Let's try this. Okay. Next one. So we are having one more function which is known as dget. We are having one more function which is known as dget. That means it is used to search for values. Like there is no aggregation. We couldn't do some maximum, minimum, nothing. Okay. It is just for search values. And this value can be seen, that is, the output can be seen only if the output is a single value. Only if the output is single value. Okay, this dget is used to search for the value. Dget, it is used to search for the value and the output can be seen only if the output is a single value. Okay, for example, two students having the height 150 centimeter. Two students has 150 centimeter. Now I am searching for the value. For the value 150. 150. So we will get two outputs, right? So this value won't be shown. Only if the output is a single value, you can see that. Okay, so let's try writing this formula. So I'm writing dget. It is used to just note it down. Dget. So dget. Open the brackets. First, it is asking for database. So we know that product 1 and open the square bracket, all, close the square bracket, comma. I'm saying that actual sales. Actual sales. Comma, criteria. So this is the criteria. Close the bracket, enter. See why I'm getting error? Because in the product type T, in the year 2012, we are having more entries, more actual sales. That's why I'm getting an error. Suppose if I'm giving here California, I got the answer. Why? Because in state California, product type T, in the year 2012, there is only one value. Let's check that. Let's check that. See here in the 2012 California T, there is only one value, 7424. I got the 7424. This is dget. It is used to search for the values and it gets displayed only if there is a single value in the output. Let's try writing this formula. Okay, next we are going to see something known as subtotal. That is, if I want to see the subtotal, the how many, for example, how many actual sales, the sum of actual sales happened in the state California. Okay, if I want to see sum of actual sales that happened in the state California, what you have to do, we are going to see. by using subtotal. So first I'm going to convert to range, go to table design, like keep your cursor, for example, keep your cursor anywhere in the table, go to table design, convert to range, click convert to range, yes, give yes. First do this. Keep your cursor anywhere in the table, go to table design and click on convert to range. Okay. Now go to data subtotal, data subtotal. So I need to see the state only sum of actual sales. So in this place, just check actual sales. Let it be sum. I need to see the state for each, like if it is California, what is the sum of actual sales? Now, if you click on OK, see here, first I have selected state because I need the sum of actual sales in each state. So state, sum, actual sales. Now click on OK. See, for California, the actual sales is this one. For Colorado, the actual sales is this. Connecticut, it is this one. So this is the use of subtotal. Just try to create this subtotal. Okay. Now I'm saying that, okay, remove all. It means it will be removed. Go to subtotal, give remove all so that it will be removed. Now another one thing is there. If there is any null values, and if I want to replace that value, you can give control H, control H, control H. And I'm saying that I need to suppose I'm saying I need to replace all 2013 with 2014. And if you click on replace all, it get replaced. Or else if there are lot of null values are there, you need the null values should be replaced by 0. So you don't want to give anything here, just leave it as a space and give 0. Replace all, it gets replaced. See, all the null thing is replaced like this. Now I'm just close. Okay. So this is what happens. Okay. Just try this. One minute. What are the topics we have learned today? I will take a new sheet and will explain. Okay, we have seen conditional function. Conditional functions. So under conditional functions, we have seen if statement, nested if. Okay, and then also we have seen sum ifs. That is if I need to find the sum of multiple condition. Average ifs, max ifs, min ifs, count ifs. Okay. Also, we have seen if or and if and. Also not. These are the things we have seen in conditional function. Next, list function. List function is otherwise known as database function. List function is otherwise known as database function. Here we have seen dsum, daverage, dmaximum, dminimum, dcount. Also using database also we have seen, and by creating table. And creating table also we can do this list function. And also we have seen dget, which is used to search for value, and the output can be seen only if there is a single output. Only if the value output is single value. Okay, this is dget, and we have seen subtotal. Subtotal also replacing missing values. So this is enough for today, because tomorrow we will be seeing the Excel charts and pivot table. Tomorrow we will be seeing the Excel chart and pivot tables. Okay. Tomorrow we will be looking into Excel chart and pivot tables. So that's it for today. So you will get a Google form link in the chat box. Within 2 minutes, we will post a Google form link in the chat box. You have to fill that form, only then you will get an attendance. Okay, I'll tell you again. Yeah, Google form will be posted in the chat box. A Google form will be posted in the chat box. You have to fill the form, only then you will get a attendance. So, okay, you have to fill the Google form which is in the chat box, only then you will get an attendance. Thank you all.